What is going on, you guys? Welcome back once again to the channel. So we have a new trailer for Resident Evil that was just released about 4 days ago. It is official trailer number 2, Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. You guys, I saw the first trailer that came out and a lot of people didn't like it, to be honest. I heard, I talked to some friends and then I talked to people at work, and not very many people were fans of the trailer, and I can see why. It just didn't feel like a Resident Evil film. To me, if you guys did see my first reaction, I thought it was more like an Evil Within type of trailer or just another horror film, and they just slapped the title of Resident Evil on there. But I am still intrigued to check this out myself, right? To watch the film once it comes out, because I was a fan of the Zach Cregger films with, the Barbarian one and Weapons. Loved both of those films. I thought it was a new type of horror, and I really can't wait to see more of Zach Cregger's work. Zach Cregger's work. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this, guys, right here. And as always, I will leave the link for the original film, the original trailer, excuse me, down below in the description area. So without further ado, let's jump into this, and I will give you my thoughts right after the trailer. Oh, nice! Like the games. Like the
Resident Evil is kind of the flagship for survival horror. Horror. It's not action.
It's like the
what
old
I
games.
love about survival horror games and Resident Evil mostly is it's this overwhelming feeling of dread. Where it's like, I have to go down this long, dark passageway. I have 2 shotgun shells. I know there's a lot of shit in there waiting for me, and it's all really bad, but I have to go.
Yeah.
So I had this idea for a story in the world of Resident Evil, but it's kind of like me. Like, if I was dropped into a Resident Evil game, I'm terrible at guns. I wouldn't know how any of them work. I would miss 99% of all of my shots.
God damn it.
I love the games. I played the games, I don't know how many thousands of hours, but too many. This is an opportunity for me to be loyal to the games in spirit and in tone, and build a story that just puts you in that scenario again and again and again with increasing stakes.
Straight panic. I love Zach Cregger, man. He looks so real.
I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
So that's like the creepy, lonely house.
We're sorry.
Of course. It's the first time I actually see him too. Like like in person, whatever.
I'm really sorry that we got
not in person, but
earlier,
just see him on screen. I've never seen him, just his name.
Things have happened. I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now.
God.
And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
Dude from Dune. Oh my jeez. That's some Evil Within stuff right there, like the Evil Within 2, the monster with all the bodies. This part's nuts, man. Oh my god.
I love you.
That part was crazy. I remember always watching that. So it looks like this one was just with an interview. Alright guys, there you have it. That was Resident Evil, or Zach Cregger's Resident Evil official trailer 2. So this one looked like it was just, him being interviewed in the beginning and talking about his vision and why he chose to do it like this. And I gotta tell you, man, I have faith in this director. I know his films are not perfect. Every director has to have some kind of thing missing or something lacking or whatever, or they overdo it. But this one, I feel like for the most part, I do trust him as a horror film director. And I think that this film, he's just going to approach it in one of the best ways possible. Now that I know that there's better ways to approach it, but this is his vision, and I think that it's just going to work. It definitely still feels like Evil Within, especially with that monster coming out of the darkness, coming out of the house door, and you could see like different parts of bodies just reaching out. It reminded me of that one from Evil Within 2, that one with multiple bodies attached to it, and even like Train to Busan 2, where it also had the monster with, or the zombie with multiple bodies attached to it, same exact thing. It looks like Zach Cregger is going to apply this onto this film as well, like include it in here, which I think is, it's cool. It's a scary monster, and I love the way he described the characters going into these dark hallways, these terrible locations where you know that something's lurking in there and it's just waiting for you. So I definitely love the thought of that. As a matter of fact, I think it's even more scary when you know that something is waiting for you or is coming at you before you even die. All right, before you're even killed by this thing in the games or whatever. I think it's more scary when you know it's coming. And if you guys have not seen this movie called Frozen, it wasn't like a big like a mainstream film. It does have known actors in there. I don't know their names, to be honest, but I recognize faces pretty good. And the 3 actors that were in there, I have seen them in other movies. And the movie's called Frozen, just like the animated one, but it's live action. It's not the actual Frozen animated movie. It's actually a kind of a, what is it, like a gory type of film. It's about these people that go out into the snow and they're going to go skiing. And I'm not sure what those things are called, just like the lift, the elevator things that take you up the mountain. Well, from that point, like right at the beginning of the film, they're going up to the mountain, and then the thing gets pretty much shut down. And from that point is what I was wanting to say earlier. From that point is when things get really, really bad throughout the whole film. And I think I do feel, or I do see why I didn't make it mainstream, because it just, it wasn't perfect. You can see like stunt doubles and things like that. The camera, the budget was low. I can definitely tell in that movie. But the reason why I brought it up is because there's a scene in there where the guy is saying that it's scarier when you have like a shark coming at you and you're about to die. That is scarier than it actually attacking you, because by the time it attacks you, your system's probably shutting down and you're getting numb. You don't feel things. Everything's just happening so fast. But when you see it coming, you're still conscious and you're feeling lots of like heavy fear in you. So anyways, that's why I thought about that right away. As soon as he was talking about going down, Zach Cregger, as soon as he was talking about going down the hallway and going towards something that's waiting for you in there. So I like his approach, man. I think it's going to work out great. I love the fact that he kept it real too. So where you're not trained with using firearms, you're just kind of shooting wherever you can. And one thing I wanted to say about that too is when they showed the clip of him running and just like, cursing and then shooting out into the air as he was running away from the zombies, that was so real, because in real life you panic, man. Like, you're not just going to be super calm, and unless you're highly, highly trained and you know how it is. I bet you, even if that's the case, I bet you still panicked. You still panic, So you see policemen, I mean, they panic. They run into a crazy person that's like following them with a big knife or something, and they have to run from that person. You don't just stand there all cool and smooth and just, do your thing. Like, it's your body just betrays you. It panics. And so it reminded me of this clip from the not wrong turn, The Hills Have Eyes, the first film. And there's a scene towards the end of the film where it's a young kid. I forgot the actor's name. He's a great actor, but he's I think the lead of the film, or at least one of the leads. And he's got a pistol, but he doesn't know how to use it. And so he finds this creepy dude, eating a victim, and he tries to shoot at it, but he misses a couple times. He does hit the villain a couple times, but he mostly misses, and then he just starts running away and just shooting out into the air, because he's like in straight panic. And then the guy, you can just hear him behind him like, screaming at him and approaching him and running towards him. And that is just beyond scary. Imagine in real life, man. I can't even imagine that. So.